In July 2013, she claims that her daughter was diagnosed with a bone infection. After several months of hospital visits and a lot of fighting with doctors and nurses to get her daughter the care she needed, and she claims that she was turned away from her local hospital 3 times without seeing a doctor. And the one time that she did, she was told that she's making up not being able to walk. So her daughter was faking that she couldn't walk, is what the doctors were claiming, because she was a single mother who worked full time. She had to travel 2.5 hours to the next town so that she could get her admitted to the hospital there. She was diagnosed with post-traumatic stress disorder. This is the mother being diagnosed with post-traumatic stress disorder. Well, what I've already gathered is you're a single mother. So where's the father? What did you do to the father? I mean, I've read this before, not long ago, and you don't mention the child's father once. What the hell did you do to the father? I mean, I don't know, but you don't mention him. So all I can think in my head, from all the things that I've experienced with my own case, other men's cases, is that you've put your ex, the father of your child, through hell. That's how I'm going to perceive it. That's the stance I'm going to take. You don't say anything good about him. You don't say anything bad about him. You're claiming that you have PTSD. I wonder what you have put your ex-partner through and what he would have been diagnosed with had he seen a psychologist or a psychiatrist. And it's funny how, sympathy is expected to just be oozing out, but it ain't going to happen. Now, her employer made her redundant due to business operational issues. My income, her income, protection insurer ComInsure, Commonwealth Bank, said that her claim was accepted via phone, and they sent her paperwork. A few months later, when she still had no money coming through, she discovered that they were attempting to find a medical history to cancel her policy. I mean, if you didn't have any money, how did you survive? So there's a contradiction right there. Obviously, there is an exaggeration with regards to her situation. And after another few months, they found something and accused her of lying on her form. Really? They accused you of lying on your form. Later, they agreed that she wasn't aware and understood I acted on advice from her financial planner when completing the form. He advised what was and what was not relevant, and so called it innocent non-disclosure. I believe that you did lie in your form. You lied, but you had someone that was acting like a lawyer just to, pretty much get you out of the shit that you put yourself in, and they pretty much packaged it in a nice way, innocent non-disclosure, and they still cancelled your policy. She's attempted to discuss this with CBI on numerous occasions and has been told since that she has nothing in writing from her financial planner. She can't fight this decision. Her question is how and why she should have anything in writing when the process is that the paid financial planner does all of that. How many other clients of his are in the same position as herself and don't know that they are paying for a policy that would only be cancelled if they had made a claim? But you lied. I mean, your situation is totally different, and you were busted. And why do CBA, Commonwealth Bank of Australia staff keep apologising to me for what happened, but do nothing to help? Maybe some people, have, just some politeness about them, which they shouldn't have towards people like yourself. Maybe they still use that, concept on the phone where the customer's always right. Maybe they're just polite. During my battle with PTSD, whoa, what a battle. What a battle. It should be taken seriously because you're a female, I forgot. You were also battling with CBA, unable to focus wholly on your own recovery. Your daughter and yourself had to move out of your home, and you sold a lot of your personal possessions. What? Like what? Personal possessions. What did you sell? Why didn't you just sell your house? I would have done the same thing. If my children need any type of essentials, if they're in any imminent danger, I would actually sell my house. Don't you want to sit there and talk about your little personal possessions? What did you sell? Your shoes? Your clothes? What did you sell? A microwave? You're not going to sell a microwave. What did you sell? A car? You bought a cheaper car? I have since almost a year after my diagnosis moved this back into our home. So she's moved out of her home. She's moved back into her home, and she's returned to work. She is now battling to catch up financially. Faced with the horrible reality that selling her home may be the best option for her daughter, and I attempted to survive off a single parent pension. Not surprised. And begging creditors to give her financial hardship. I cannot discuss my hardship with a CBA financial planner despite paying a premium which covers the cost of one. A CBA advised my financial planner to cease any contact with me. Like I said, I'm not surprised that you tried to survive off a single parent pension, and I'm not surprised that you would be begging creditors to seek out a financial hardship plea for you and do away with all the money that you owe them. I'm not surprised at all. And she would like the CBA to review their duty of care to check all of her financial planner's client files to pay the income protection insurance payments they advised me they would pay before cancelling the policy. Again, they only cancelled the policy because you lied. If they were to pay out this claim, approximately $25,000, man, you'd think that this person is after $250,000. So approximately $25,000, a very small amount considering their annual profit margins. Wow, you're right, they make a lot of money, so you must be entitled to their money. I would be able to stop the ongoing calls from creditors and pay the arrears on my mortgage, ensuring that my little girl, oh no, your little girl, that's right, you always bring up that sympathy card, ensuring that her little girl and her can stay, the mother can stay settled after an already very rough time. Again, where's the father of the little girl? She's an innocent party. But you're putting your child right in the front so you can make us feel guilty and ashamed. And because the bank makes money, you're entitled. It's not that you remind me of that female that played the leading acting role beside Ben Affleck in the movie Gone Girl. It's actually much more than that. I won't sign your petition because I can read through you so easily as if you're trying to put Glad wrap over a salad that's gone rotten. You state that you're a single mother. I've heard it 1,000,000 times, and frankly, I'm quite sick of hearing this bullshit. Did anybody force you to be a single mother? It's crazy. You all act so proud to be a single mother, and then you sulk and whinge over being the exact same thing that you claim to be. Trying to get my sympathy, are you? Well, that won't work. I think it's disgusting for you to use your daughter's health and unfortunate situation to draw sympathy from the public, yapping away as if you are entitled to money that is not yours. Where is your evidence? You've already been caught lying. Where is the daughter's father in all of this? If you can't take care of your daughter, maybe she should be raised by her father, who could do a better job at looking after her and protecting her. You were diagnosed with PTSD, were you? Poor little thing. I wonder what the father of your daughter was diagnosed with after you left and took his daughter away. Does he even see his child? Is he even alive? I bet you call him an arsehole to your friends and family with every chance you get. As for the part where you were told by a doctor that you had pretty much coached your daughter so that she would act as though she couldn't walk, well, what do you expect? Mothers coach their children all the time. It's very commonplace. Men have woken up to your scams. You and all the other femmes out there, we even reject content that is portrayed on Facebook, for example, where some bullshit about hooking up with what advertisers claim to be a beautiful single female. We know what lies under the skin, and we know what lies come out of your mouth. I will not sign your petition that you are crying like a little child for, especially over $25,000 for what? So you can be released from debt to creditors? You make it seem that you need the money in order that your child have an operation and her life is on the line. Thankfully, this is not the case. But do not put your daughter at the forefront of your dilemma and try and manipulate people, especially today's men. It is no longer yesteryear. Not one single female showed me any sympathy with regards to the events that I'm going through in my life. Having my children stripped away from me against their will and my will. Having my whole life turned upside down and the rest of it. As for your house, well, I would sell my house to protect my children, especially for imminent reasons. Did you and the rest of your pedestal-loving warriors expect to have a free ride for the rest of your life at the expense of children and men? Well, it's just not happening. I guess you people forgot that men make up pretty much the other 50% of voters and signers of petitions. Yes, you'll get some manginas and white knights to sign in the time being, but the water is most definitely receding.